Happy Halloween, Craig.
Happy Halloween, Jess.
Blah.
Blood. I feel cooler.
Yeah, I don't feel scared at all.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello there.
This is Jazz.
And this is Craig.
And this doesn't matter.
And this is our first episode of our new feature, which we're calling...
There can be only one.
This is going to be a feature where we take a couple of movies that maybe don't necessarily create a larger microgenre, and we pit them head to head, and we look at their merits and maybe some of their shortcomings, and we try and decide which one wins. For this very special pilot episode for Halloween, we're talking about...
MTV Vampires. Join us. Never.
Hey, Craig, listen.
Yeah,
So,
I'm listening.
vampires have been a creature that have been a part of stories for people all over the world since pretty much as long as humanity has existed.
Classic folklore.
Exactly.
That's what you're talking about.
And it wasn't until the 1800s that dudes like Percy Shelley, Lord Byron, and
Dudes like Lord Byron.
and what's his name? Bram Stoker. That's the guy.
Yeah, that dude.
Kind of codified and kind of nailed down what a vampire was more effectively. And then, you know, a couple years later, you had dudes like Max Schreck and Bela Lugosi performing vampires on the screen. And then maybe a couple decades after that, you have a dude named Christopher Lee who does a pretty awesome job of injecting like a modicum of coolness into the vampire character.
What you're saying, these are kind of a regal character.
Right,
This
so-
is kind of part of the aristocracy.
Exactly. Here in America, we never had a vampire that kind of mirrored our experience. And more importantly, we
Nice.
never had a vampire that represented our definition of cool.
Yeah.
That is until the 1980s.
When you get a little thing called MTV Vampires, they're cooler. They wouldn't be out of place in a video you would see on MTV in 1987. It's stylized, it's slick, they're badass, they're a little bit punk, they're kind of a rocker. These are new. This is injecting new blood. Fuck. It's trying to like make vampires cool again for the 80s.
Craig, we don't know exactly how
No.
There Can Be Only One is going to work in the future, but this time we each brought a dog to the fight.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your dog, Craig?
I mean, it's obvious, like, it's the best MTV Vampires movie. It's Lost Boys.
Oh.
Right? So Lost Boys
Oh, by who?
is my pick. That's Joel Schumacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he made St. Elmo's Fire before that. He made DC Cab before that.
Right.
So he's kind of on a run up to
What-
Lost Boys.
What did he make after that?
He did make 2 really bad Batman movies.
Oh,
You
that guy.
cannot be used against Lost Boys. Jazz, I imagine from our conversation that
Yeah.
weirdly, Lost Boys is not your number
It's
one
not.
pick, and that you're bringing something else to the table here.
Have you heard of the Academy Awards, Craig?
I've heard of him.
The woman that directed my MTV Vampires movie,
Yeah.
she's won one of those.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
The superior filmmaker.
Yeah, you're talking about. Are you talking about a little film called Near Dark?
I'm talking about Near Dark by Catherine Bigelow.
I thought that was going to be your pick.
A feisty little film.
Let's lay out from the beginning here. We are both fans of
Yes.
each other's films.
Absolutely.
These are clearly the 2 best MTV vampire movies. Probably 2 of the best American vampire movies ever made, period.
Both of them are fantastic films and are both incredibly valuable
Yeah.
to vampire cinema history.
yeah.
That being said, if I have to pick a team, that team is Near Dark.
I understand this. I see where you're coming from. Both these movies came out in 1987. They're playing to that young audience. Lost Boys leans into that so hard. I think it's just the superior MTV vampire movie. That's going to be my main argument
I mean,
here.
yeah, it's certainly the more pedestrian vampire movie.
I knew it was going to be pedestrian. You're so smart. Hey, Jess.
Yeah.
I feel like we got to lay out a little bit what an MTV vampire movie is.
We want to talk about commonalities. Yeah, I got you. How about this? Leather.
Looks great. Definitely enjoy it for sure.
Thanks. Yeah, everybody's wearing leather.
Yeah.
Okay, on top of that, they're like young.
Have any idea what it's like to be a big man on the inside and have a small body on the outside?
right?
Yeah.
So they can wear leather and look cool and stuff, right? Like, so that's related.
Yeah, and on top of that, they're young they're wearing leather, and they're sexy.
Yeah, they're like kind of hot. They're
Yeah.
young. They're cool. They're kind of badasses.
It's kind of an 80s sort of hunky situation.
Totally. How about this? You got like a lead character who's kind of being pulled into, nay, sucked into
Gotcha.
vampires. Being sucked into the world of vampires.
Right, a reluctant
yeah.
main character
He
vampire.
wants to hang out with these cool badasses. Turns out they're vampires.
You are one of us, Michael!
He kind of doesn't want to get into it, but he kind of gets pulled into it. Happens in both movies.
Speaking of sucking, Craig, these reluctant vampires get sucked in by some succubi. There's a couple of women that are entrancing these men into this vampiric cadre.
I'm dreaming.
Craig, let's talk about the cast of these films.
Oh, shit. Lost Boys. You got fucking Kiefer Sutherland playing the role he was born to play.
Let me one-to-one you.
Okay, I got Kiefer Sutherland. What do you got?
Lance Henricks.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Right?
I got Corey Haim, who's pretty fucking good in this movie.
I will
Corey
acquiesce
Haim
to
is
that.
pretty
yeah.
funny, pretty charismatic in this movie.
Probably Corey Haim's second best film after License to Drive.
He's pretty funny in it. Funny that you said that. I do kind of like that movie.
It was real fun.
So I got Corey Haim. What you got?
The kid from River's Edge.
Oh, the kid from River's Edge. He's kind of iconic. He's kind of an icon.
Hey, listen. I have most of the cast of Aliens. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue against that, except that there's a lot of, you have like Alex Winter. He was in Bill and Ted.
I'm a big fan of Alex Winter.
You have
he doesn't get enough room to move. In Lost Boys.
you've got Corey Haim, you've got Corey Feldman, you've got a lot of great character actors in these movies that you know, who maybe aren't quite the cast of Alien, but are a very competent crew who make this movie super, super likable.
I haven't needed to bring out the big guns yet, but let's just go ahead. Bill Paxton. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton.
You got a Paxton.
The champion of chewing scenery. This man does not need some help. Shut up and let me talk now.
You're wrong. You're
Bill
just wrong. I
Paxton-
have to jump
Bill-
in when
his-
people are in. Let's do it. Easy. Let me just.
Okay,
you go. Sure. Let's head to head these soundtracks.
You've got In Excess. I've got Tangerine Dream.
Okay.
I win. Yeah, we did.
What's
yours.
happening?
Craig?
Huh?
Craig, we talked about your soundtrack. Like I said, kind of pedestrian. Yeah, some real big hits.
I love. You're so. Above
Yeah, I
it.
could
You're
buy.
so smart.
I could buy that. I could buy that on a single, a single.
Oh, you'd never buy anything on a single. Sorry. You were saying.
I was saying that my soundtrack is better because my soundtrack has Tangerine Dream.
Yeah, like name one of the songs from Tangerine from that fucking soundtrack.
I don't need to name one
Yeah.
because they sound better.
Yeah. I would say Tangerine Dream is.
Hey, name. Well, okay.
I
cry a
still
little.
believe.
Listen, both of these soundtracks are real good.
Oh, they both sound amazing. Tangerine Dream's amazing. The Lost Boys soundtrack, in context of the film, is amazing. I don't know. I look at myself and I don't care.
Wait, is
It hasn't come through how good the lighting and how good Lost Boys look.
Shut up! Don't ever talk about lighting.
This isn't for Dario Argento just put a blue gel and made Suspiria, you fucking moron. It was earlier too. Movies don't do the same shit all the time. That's the whole reason we have a fucking show. How about this? Near Dark is like, it's like a Western. There's like fucking landscapes and scenery. Like that shit hasn't happened before.
All right, listen.
Yeah.
We've had a good time here.
I think, yeah.
This has all been real fun.
Yeah.
We took a few sporting jabs at each other.
We're just razzing each other.
That being said, both of these movies are fucking great.
Sure.
You know what you should do? You should watch
of them.
both
You
these
watch
movies.
both of them, yeah.
Yeah, but
To
they
bring
don't
the
know
mom
that.
in,
No,
Max
that's
explains
no.
it expressly.
Yeah, but that's
He
Max's
hits it
situ-
real
no,
hard with
bullshit.
the exposition.
No, fuck.
No,
go,
it's not bullshit.
Go suck my farts.
It's already
That is-
happened.
no,
It
that is-
happened.
No,
It
that
happened in the movie.
Yes. Hey, gang. Here's the point.
Yeah.
We've argued a lot about a lot of things here.
It's just all fun and games.
But what you should do is watch both these movies because they're both fucking
They're
great.
both great. Near Dark, Lost Boys, the best MTV Vampire movies. So we're fighting it out here, saying which one's the best. I mean, ultimately, what it comes down to is these are the best.
This doesn't matter, and there
Yeah.
can be only two.
There's two. So there's two instead of one.
Yeah.
Highlander was wrong.
Yeah. Watch them both.